welcome back to the Fairy Tail Spoilers, and what you know, it's a double bill this week as we have not one but two chapters and the treat of the movie. Now, if you guys have already known all that, I have talked about the previous chapter down below, so if you want to see what I had to think about the first chapter that's coming out this week, then you know exactly where to check all those good ass looking links that is always sent down there. And I've got to say, 522 and all that, without getting too much spoilers of that video, I'm pretty goddamn excited for it and all that. I'm looking forward to some stuff on there, but let's get into 523. And as always, as I've got to start it off, if you don't want to be spoiled, then goodbye, skadoodle, get out of here. You know all that good shit. You know, you take your ass, you run, have a little drink as well, maybe get a glass of water, you know, put some ice cubes in there, a little straw, you know, have a little, you know, fucking have the umbrella in there. But as long as you don't want to hear about the spoilers, then you're all fine and dandy. Mind you, I'd have to just say, like, if you are watching, why would you watch, like, like the 523 spoilers, but not the 522 one? So where it's like, oh, I really don't want to know what's happening on 522, the one beforehand, or I'll see a little bit more further into the future, even though they're both coming out. Madness. But even still, let's begin on that with 523 is Fate Burning, and with everything that we've seen so far on the previous chapters and all that, we'll have to see what's going to be burning, especially whether or not it's going to be the hopes and dreams of us hoping we can have some good stuff or not. Guys, I can definitely say to you, holy shit, it's really hitting it right now, as a lot of people, like the fans, you ask and you shall receive, because it's now about to go down. And let's just get around, just try and hurry most of the way through so we can get to the really epic shit at the end. Alright, so we're going to talk about the color page that we've already got. We've already had the one color page, so both the chats and all that, but we've also got another one as well for 523, and it's a little color special, like I believe that's actually like celebrating Chinese New Year. Like I believe that's what it's going for and all that, since like that kind of happened recently. I only know that too much, like from what I've been hearing, like from a little bit here and there. I honestly don't know what year it is and all that for the Chinese, but I believe that's what they're kind of celebrating. It's like a little picture of Happy Charlotte, and also as well, still promoting like the Fairy Tail S stuff. Still something I might have to import. That is like all the little goofy like marquee chapters, so there might be something on there. And I was like, yeah, you know what, like honestly, considering that we had the color page, like, and it would like kind of spoil us the choice and all that, this one was like, alright, you know what, fuck it, hero, you're doing too. You didn't have to go into full detail with that sort of stuff, but you know what, it's fine, it's there, and let's just get right into the chapter. And boy, yeah, wow, did any of us like really call this, like, kind of like with the whole thing with like Natsu being in, it's like, it's fate burning, and the fact is that not only did he stop, like, he didn't scream at like him to stop, he did both at the same time, where he screamed in front of his face and slammed Gray's face to the fucking ground. I was like, holy shit, it's like, get down to the ground, fuck you, I ain't having this, no way you're not doing any of this, Gray. Like, I feel that, so yes, already it was converted, like, in the next chapter, I'm kind of glad and all that, since it kind of didn't build, like, I think too much expectation of the people saying, like, oh yeah, this is the one time the hero to kind of redeem himself, like, yeah, kill off the character, like, you know, like, I hate when people start to, like, doing that all the time, but hey, you know what, like, I let people's, like, beyond dreams keep realizing when they think a Fairy Tail character's gonna die at this point, and not anything. It's like, you know, you keep thinking that a death needs to happen to make a series good, but hey, and all that, sometimes, you know, you don't need that for that kind of shit. But the fact is that Natsu is coming in ahead, and that already confirms one thing immediately with this panel. One, Natsu's already at the guild, they're interrupting Gray, and two, yeah, I don't think Gray's going to be too happy with that, but I think we're going to have some kind of, like, little moment with the two of them, as we can clearly see in the next page, as he's crying. Like, he is straight up crying, and he don't want to lose his friend, man. And Gray's, like, looking at him, like, I didn't realize, after, like, the two just literally just punched it out, like, after everything, like, after the E.N.D and Gray going crazy, like, I think it was just, like, Natsu just didn't want to do that. He's like, I don't want to lose a friend, not after, like, everything that's been happening, like, shit's been crazy, like, I feel like two friends, like, man, like, you know, shit's been crazy, I called you a bitch one time, like, you know, and I threw a punch, and, yeah, you know, I should have not rugby tackled you to the ground and started grinding your face to the cement, that freshly, like, paved, like, concrete that's been made in the guild, to your face. But I love you, man. I love you. Like, that's like, he wants to give, you know, Gray a cuddle. He's like, you know, come here, man. I respect that shit. Like, you know me and him and all that. And, like, I love it because it just 180s completely with the next panel, and really gets me some nostalgic vibes of, like, is when you see Natsu, like, pissed off there, just staring at the other flames, and he's staring right at Zero. Why am I getting nostalgic vibes to this, as we saw and seen that? it's honestly, it's such a tiny little fucking detail, and I know it's so stupid. Like, why, like, it's not, trust me, it's not saying you're like, oh, I'm looking into it, but honestly, it's just because the panel really reminds me of, like, the whole thing that we had with Phantom, with the Phantom Lord Guild, I believe that was what it's called. Honestly, it's been so long, that's how long Fairytale's been going on, Lauren's like, how long it's been since I've seen, like, sort of the Phantom Lord stuff and all that, or Phantom Hive, I believe. I try to honestly remember the name of, like, of the guild and all that, but with, like, who Gargiel was previously with, and I honestly, seeing that, it kind of reminded me when they broke into the guild with everyone, like, it really reminded me of that panel, especially. I don't know, like, it's such a tiny thing. You ever go, like, Panda, why the fuck are you mentioning, like, something from, like, 400 chapters? I'm a weak man for, like, kind of things like that. There's kind of little cool moments where it's like, oh, that looks like a cool panel, and, like, so someone, I love visually appealing kind of things like that, and it's like, especially that kind of, not only visually appealing, it also got me a nostalgia vibe for it, and the question is, like, this is what we're gonna have. Like, we're gonna have, like, Natsu and Gray doing a mod gear again, where they took on one of his strongest demons from the Book of Zereth, and now they're gonna have to try and take on the man that made this, like, the book itself of the Book of Demons. It's gonna see Natsu and Gray taking them down. So, if anything, I am a weak man. Yes, I am incredibly weak for, like, little cool panels. But then again, can we just talk about the next stuff, because I really want to, and it's Urza and Wendy noticing something right outside, like, the Fairy Hills, which is, like, the place, and especially, like, I will say one thing, no, Urza, you should be on the fucking ground. Like, no, you should legit not be walking anymore. You shouldn't be standing. I know it's a nitpick on there, you shouldn't be, but it doesn't matter, because the shit-eating grin says it all. Who is that? Is that a certain blue-haired dragon king I see? It's Acnologia, right there in the center, going, you miss me? Did you miss me, kiddos? Did you need a little bit of, like, friendly or whatever? Now, how the fuck are they gonna, like, we're immediately gonna go, like, let's not cut the bullshit all that, like, how the fuck are they gonna get out of that? It's like, like, Zereth has got to get your attention, or August, like, someone has to drive it, because, Wendy, you're not gonna take on the Dragon King, you're not gonna take on Acnologia, but I am, like, as people know, friends, and, like, some of my fans know, I am fucking weak for nostalgic panels. I am weak for shit-eating grins, squad lineups. Those are the things I am weak to. It always gets to me when there's, like, something that's, like, I find it is really fucking cool, and it fucking, I get that warm, tingly, I have it right now. I'm looking at the page as I'm talking to you, and it's so fucking cool, and I'd love that as like an actual, like, piece of art, like, just having that, because it looks really goddamn cool. And the fact is that I'm spending this much time on a single panel shows a lot. But yes, the fan favorite Acnologia has returned, and I feel like that was a perfect way to end off, like, something that's needed to, like, be here now after every one of the Spriggans have been pretty much taken care of. Although the last panel was more interesting, the fact that August down there in this battlefield, we clearly can't, like, barely see Gildas on there, but the fact that August is like, well, that motherfucker's here now, well, this is going to be a problem. Like, you know, I think, like, August can, like, kind of recognize, like, yeah, that's going to be a problem. I've got to deal with this, like, so, either the fact is, like, you know, how are we going to keep, like, Acnologia, like, tied down for the meantime? Is it, like, the whole fight with, like, is that going to be postponed? So Zereth is like, well, fuck it. We're gonna have, like, a fucking, like, a free-for-all where Acnologia, Natsu, Zereth are all gonna be there. Maybe Gray might be involved on the side as well, where everyone is just getting involved in this line. Even August is gonna be like, I've got to deal with this shit. Like, and the fact is that the next chapter, especially has already been revealed what exactly it's gonna be, because we've got a translation and all that, like, you know, from what we see this and all that, and it's, like, the next chapter, after all this, like, 524 is gonna be called The Black Future, and yeah, shit is gonna look dark, because, yeah, Acnologia is there, and he looks, well, I wouldn't say pissed, but full of glee, and he's gonna be a little bit more tensed up because he hasn't had a real battle yet. He's like, you've given me one shit guy, Serena, come on, Zereth, what was this big epic battle you wanted to give me? I am warming up. Give me, like, he's there, give me a challenge. fucking Titania. Oh, I can't, like, you're fucking beaten up. Like, you know, this is scrapped. You're gonna give me a Dragon Slayer, like Wendy? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, you know, out of everything. So, and the fact that we've got the only translations we really got out of this entire one from, like, was the last little bit of, like, text and all that, and it's all saying, oh, you use weird magic, and then the fact that Gildar's saying, like, this, you know, this part, it can't be, and that's, of course, seeing Acnologia in there. So, definitely, 523 is leaving me with that excitement, whereas, like, yes, thank God Acnologia is back, he is here, I want to see the Dragon King fuck people up. But let me know, though, guys, what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about Acnologia returning? I am excited, and you guys should be as well if you love Acnologia as much as I do. And let me know what you think about that, and especially with 524 as well, with the Black Future. But we might need to talk about that in a little bit more of the future video as well. So we'll leave that one soon. That's all from me. Thank you as always. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys, though, next time.